Miss Randi, I'm watching your life. Okay? And you're talking about that people going real life over there. Why are they calling? What are they calling for? They're over there going real life, and this is wrong. And y'all need to stop doing that, and this is wrong. You can't do that, Randi, because you've wrenched up somebody who came on your panel and said, I look Diane up. Now, why is her reason any better than anybody else's? You can't make up people's reasons for why they want to look somebody up. You are not the moral authority on that. And not to mention, Randi, and I'm just going to be straight up with you. You basically had a love affair with someone who not only sent CPS to my house, threatened to send them to Hello Starlight's house, threatened, made jokes about swatting Molly, was on here pretending that they were a man, hitting on women. You don't get to be the judge on that, Randi. Now, as far as the stuff with the Diane, hey, she's the one who hung you out to dry, girl. Now, as soon as that, I don't know how to say this name, but the lady that with the Greek goddess name, Persephone. As soon as she said, "Yeah, I looked Diane up," that's where it should end. That's where somebody said, "You went real life? You looked her up? You looked her up?" That's the end of it. But her reason benefited Diane, so it's okay, right? Look, you don't even know who Diane is. Wendy doesn't know who Diane is. How do you know people don't want to know how to locate her so they can individually file a theft by deception on her per super chat? How do you not know that? She has lied about everything, and that's why she goes, "Bryan, you need to stop calling Bob Bryan. He don't want to hear from you." Bob ain't heard from her. Bob doesn't talk to her. But Randi, you don't get to sit up there and tell people about going real life when you basically had a love affair with someone that goes real life and was sitting on panels, encouraged somebody to go after somebody's job and everything else. You do not have, you cannot sit there and do that, Randi. You can't do that. Do you remember the real life situation when you were trying to disprove the fact that my twins are biracial? You were trying to disprove that, and you started mentioning their mother's obituary, Randi. You mentioned it. Somebody that's dead, and then even on YouTube. You said, "Well, I didn't look it up. Somebody sent it to me." If somebody sends you something that's a real life thing, there's no reason for you to mention it on your live. You're just as guilty as the person that sent it to you. Then you damn near want to get my kids' blood tests. I had to sit and explain my family and their heritage to you. You don't get to do that, Randi. You don't get to do that. It's hypocrisy. You can run whatever you want to on your channel, and you can say whatever you want to on your channel. That's all fine and dandy. But I see through it. You cannot say do as I say, not as I do. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. You had no, you look, it was a long time ago. We're good. We moved on past that. But look, you are sitting there talking about people doxing someone when you were talking about my twins' dead mother. You had no reason to talk about that. You had no reason to even mention it. And I said, "Why are you even talking about this?" I was on a panel with you. I said, "Why are you?" "Well, I didn't look it up, Bryan. I didn't look it up." But you're talking about it. She's dead in the ground. And then you're trying to tell me the genealogy of my own children. You're trying to tell me that. You look, you need to own the fact. You need to own the fact that Miss Diane scammed you. She scammed everybody. Now, look, when Dave did that live and said that house was under surveillance and that people were watching, there's a movie van and people were going to come by there because he thought that was actually Diane's house. And she's been telling you guys that's her rental. That's not her rental. She lied to you about that. That's Bob's house. She lied to you about that. All right? So someone hits them on Facebook and says there's a potential that things can start happening at your house. Those people called Tiffany and them. They called. They want to know more. Why would Diane say that was a rental and it was her tenants lived there? I do remember when she said, go ahead and dox me. I remember when she told people that it was a rental. That it was her rental. Go ahead and dox me. I don't live there. That's what she said. She didn't have no feeling. No, she didn't care about the people in that house to warn them then or now. So Randy, you don't get to do these things without somebody calling you out respectfully. You don't get to do these things. It's so bad. You got to think about who you've had on your panel, and when you talk about people going real life after jobs and all that stuff, death threats and everything else. You got to think about who you've had on your panel saying, well, I bet you I got more money than you. Remember that? You cannot be this hypocrite. You cannot do that. That's not going to work. No. No. See, I know the reason that some of y'all want to try and it just push me out of this community is because I see right through your bullshit. That's why. And you can't have that around you. I bet you I got more in my bank than you do. Remember that? Remember who you talked to about that? You panel up with TNT. That's a real lifer. On several people. You cannot do that stuff. And then sit and tell everybody else how bad it is. Wouldn't it be funny to swap Molly Golightly full on drama said? She said it over Makeup Mobster's chat. And you're damn near having a love affair with this chick, movie nights and stuff. You don't get to do that, Randy. People don't forget, and I'm not going to forget. But otherwise, you can do whatever you want on your channel. But if you put something out there, you got to be prepared for facts. That's what you have to be prepared for, facts, Randy. I got nothing against you. You're running your channel the way you want. But don't your drama, and you should have been an actress. You really, because your shit is so scripted. You tried to claim I went after your job. You tried that and that didn't work. Then you tried to bust into Smoky P's chat and say, oh, I just found this 5 minutes ago. About my little situation with Nene that we worked out. But Nene's my friend today. Remember when you tried to steal Smoky P's chat with your drama, Randy? Now, if you can't take some constructive criticism without, if you think this is a dragon, then you're wrong. What I am going to continue to call out on here is the hypocrisy on here. And you're being a hypocrite right now. That's what you're doing. But kudos to you for not wanting to explain for Diane. I bet you're sick of it. I bet you're sick of it. She should have did that for you. She should have took care of it for you. Than sticking you in the middle of it. At any rate, peace and chicken grease to you, Randy, but no. You can't do that. Remember, you mentioned my twins' mom died of heroin overdose. When you were trying to put this thing out here as if I was some kind of racist or something. Remember what I said to you, Randy, when you were trying to drag me about that racism that didn't stick? Because people know I'm not racist. I said, Randy, I tried to stop you because you were just on one of those rants that don't make no sense. And I said, Randy, I drink white milk, I eat white rice, and I eat white bread. I said, does that make me a racist? And you know what your answer was? Yes. So you can stop with your hypocrisy. You can really just go have several seats. You try to tell everybody I went after your job. I didn't know nobody went after your job. Don't care about your job. So what? But you did have a damn near a love affair with somebody that tried to get at my job. Full on drama, sitting in it. 3-way call, talking to my boss. She didn't call me and tell me about it.
I'm using it. It's my charger.
My kid's fighting over a charger.
I'm using it. It's my charger.
Apparently that was Jada's charger. But anyways, you don't get to do that, Randy. You don't get to do that. You don't get to sit over there when you ain't no better than anybody else on here, girl. You just don't get to.